Breathing deeply. Enjoying that eucalyptus. It's from Australia.
Where else?
It's just, yeah. Doesn't it make you feel so proud, like that Australia feeling
Yes,
of the eucalyptus? Yeah, because the other, like lemongrass, is from India. This eucalyptus is from this land, so it's really powerful to breathe it in and feel, especially if you're born in Australia, to feel that for Aussie cultural connection to the eucalyptus.
I just love eucalyptus. I love eucalyptus. It's such an amazing tree.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I'll give you some peppermint in a little bit. Let's rub our hands together. Let's get started. So you got fairness. You got the fairness card of mutt. Yeah, it'll be interesting to read about that, to see what comes through, like any situation or thing coming up. Yeah, it's because you know how the scientists know how if you put a neuron or a cell or a living, in different rooms, and then you focus on, like if it's in that room and you focus on it, it changes it. It changes the actual object. Our consciousness changes. So that's how this is kind of operating, because we're affecting everything.
Yeah.
So whatever's going on with you, it's no coincidence, whatever, if that, because you know how you can easily just think, oh, that's just like woo-wah, or, but when we even can prove now, the scientists show your consciousness is affecting, if you're thinking about your auntie, you're thinking about her, you're praying for her, that's affecting her in England or somewhere. So this is, we know the world works like this, and this is how this technology works. So because we live in a hologram, we live in a connected space. So I'm fully affecting you right now, you're affecting me. That's why prayer is so important to have in our life, and faith. Because if you think you're doing it all yourself, if you don't, you're like trying to lift a mountain, with your own hands. Yeah. So this is a similar explanation, because we chant and we, through like Rama, that mantra just there, the sound elevates our consciousness, it elevates our spirit, it raises, it starts to, we pull the belly in when we do these practices, and we always focus on raising our power. Our power is our Shakti. The Shakti is the feminine force. It's that lightning bolt of creation. It's the force that heals a cut on your arm. Like, how does that even heal? It's like, did I sew it up? No, there's an energy. There's an energy that's the ducks picking up, or your animals picking up. It's your aura. You're also, so there's energy around you and there's energy flowing in you. That's why it's like, how 1 minute you're fully worried in fear and you're having the worst day because you're in some false reality, and then suddenly your neighbor comes to the door and you have a great chat, and then you're just feeling like totally fine, and you're like, how is like, because everything's energy and everything's thoughts and consciousness, and that's affecting your blood. And this is what we do in this technology. We use sound, so Brahma Dasa, and that high frequency affects the trillions of cells, and then you go into high harmonic state of resonance of nature, so that you can then manifest, you can heal, you can feel like, oh, good, or I'm okay, you can have good thoughts. So sound, movement, breath, and meditation, we mix them all, and that keeps you on that creative. We always want the heart to open. We're always aiming for that, because that's only when we can create, when the heart's open. We can't ever really create. It's destructive creation. It's like trauma art, so we're just aiming to always like open the heart and raise the energy up from the lower triangles, because the lower triangles are our animal. It's totally fine, like you have to have the lower triangles, which is eating food, shelter, it's getting power, and it's having sex, and that's totally awesome. Like we want to do that, and that's great, but like it gets boring if you just stay in that arena of, it's like boring, I've had sex, I've felt powerful, I've got shelter now, so what else is there? So we want to then traverse the lower into the upper, and the big jump is through the heart. And then when the energy finally moves into the heart, you're living from a different timeline. And then we want to keep it circulating up to the higher centers. So through the heart into the throat. So the throat opens up so you can command your creation and talk and impact people. And you can plant your seeds into the world. And then you can, your third eye comes open, the energy goes up, and you'll know when the third eye opens, because you just start to have more awareness and you feel people, and just more and more gifts, and self-sensory system starts to open. And then you also connect to the universe, like God or whatever you want to call the universe. And that's a human being, that's a ray of light. A human being means a ray of light. And that's how we live like that, because the sexual Kundalini energy is circulating up the spine. It's not just like stuck down the base. Most of us is just stuck down there, and you just never really get there. You just don't know. You're just thinking, oh, watch the news, or I'll get some food now, and you're just in that lower frequency. So this is what we do every session. We're pulling up all the energy centers open, or they're called chakras, these little vortexes that are along the spine. And we instead of just focusing on, like, we do get like a strong body in it, like we do work the body, but that's just 1/10 of our whole system, the body. We want to work the breath, our vitality, that energy to climb the mountain. We want to work our intuition, that suppleness. We want to work our radiance, that glow, that shine, that essence of to magnetize the things to us, that we have a lot more than men, that radiant body. A lot of like film stars have that radiance. That's why people love to look at them. So you have a certain, like, definitely your body is your gift as well. You've got a strong physical body. Perhaps it's born as well. Like, I know I'm born with that. Perhaps you are as well. And that's definitely your gift. Perhaps there's another gift. Like, we all have just born with a gift, like a strong 10 bodies. One body is the physical, and then the other part of the bodies is our mind. Like, we have 3 parts of the mind. So I think I said all the bodies. So there's these 10 parts, and we usually just like focused on going to the gym, doing the ab workout, which was okay, but was just 10%. So in this technology, we're working the whole human being, so that we can start to get really subtle, get really sensitive. But with that sensitivity comes a lot of power. But with the power, we also have to be really strong to have protective. We have to protect ourselves as well, because if you're just like, hey, you're so open and you're so radiant, people are going to react. They're going to project stuff. You got to feel their stuff. So you have to also be like a warrior as well. So we do both, so that in this time, your aura, you'll just like open the front door, or you'll go into the supermarket, and literally your whole magnetic field is just uplifting people around you, and they don't even know it. And this is literally what we're seeing it before our eyes. Like, we're in a really polarized time where someone's fully in the light, and or you can just shift into the darkness super quickly in this time. And suddenly, you had a coffee, you didn't get enough sleep, your flight was cancelled, someone like was dumping negativity on you, you miss your practice, you stub your toe, and then you're just like laying there like, oh my gosh, I'm seriously gonna lose it right now. And that's how fast it can go down. So we just want to, but saying that, we can just go up so fast, like traversing up, because the pressure of this planet is just ridiculously intense right now. So there's so much opportunity for us. We just have to stay on this path of connecting to the source, connecting to that high energy. Like it's like an uplink. It's like, you like plug that in. We have to plug ourselves into something, into a community, into a teacher, and into a daily practice, and just keep plugging in, and you will be led to what you're meant to do. Just guided there with that frequency you'll be on. So let's rub our hands together. Let's press the palms together. Let's take a deep breath in and out. 2 more breaths. In deeply through the nose and out through the nose. 1 more breath, a deep breath in and out. We're going to tune in with the mantra Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. If you don't know it, it's okay. Just join in when you can, or listen to me tuning us in. Inhale. Short sneak through the mouth. Inhale deep. Pull the energy up. So you pull your pelvic floor in and up, your belly in and up, like a Kegel lock, chin in, look up. Feel the heat rise. Exhale all the air out. We're going to put the heart protection mantra around our aura. This is a great one. Totally needed right now. If you feel that pressure when you step out of the house with the world, and you feel, how do I protect myself? How do I be that open, bright light, but not affected by the lower frequencies? This is a mantra that's really needed, and you put it around your body. So you start with the right, the back, the left, the front, on the 4 verses. You can play it in your all the time, whenever you feel you need protection, or before you drive, or before you get on a flight or on there. It's a really important one for this time on the planet. Inhale. Adhyare name, Jubadhyare name, Sathyare name, Srigadare name. It's really good. Just mumble it if you don't know the words, and that works as well. Inhale. Ariyarename, Jigariyarename, Satgurename, Sri Gurudevaname. Ariyarename, Jigariyarename, Satgurename, Sri Gurudevaname. Inhale. Squeeze it up again. Pull the pelvic floor. That's the rectum and sex organ in and up, belly in and up, chin in, look up. You're going to feel the pulling of the energy go up. Exhale the breath out. Inhale. Let's get ourselves warmed up. Squeeze the shoulders up and drop them down. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Relax everything. Relax the face. Really big squeezing and dropping. And I should be able to hear that breath. If you're on your cycle or pregnant with this kind of breath, a rapid breath, just do a long deep breath. But everyone else can do this rapid breath. Really good. Let it go, just drop it down like you're just dropping the weight of the world off of the shoulders. Anything that happened today, this morning, on the flight, yesterday, just drop it out of the aura now as you drop the shoulders. Close the eyes, bring the gaze to the third eye. That's the point between the eyebrows. Just lock it in there, drop it in there. You just sit in there. It's like an altar. You're just looking at that point. Okay, last few. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Squeeze the energy up, pull the pelvic floor, belly in and up, chin and look up. Slowly release the locks, so the belly, the pelvic floor, the breath, the shoulders, slowly, so the energy trickles down. Inhale. Exhale. Let's come onto our hands and our knees and do some opening of the spine. This is an awesome one if like you don't have much time, you're about to go on like an aeroplane flight and you just want to feel really good, real flexible, really energized, positive. You just do cat-cow. So bring the big toes together, hands are wide and flat, stick your butt out, inhale into the heart through the nose. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale through the nose as far as you flex. Exhale, then squeeze the buttocks to propel the chin further into the heart. Inhale, bring the eyes into the third eye area, the point between. There's actually a little dent in your skull. It's really amazing. In between the eyebrows, a little dent. That's the third eye. That's where you look, and the more you look there, the easier it gets, and the more you open that third eye, that if you're ever seeing eye, you know, that ability to just know what someone's about, feel their vibe, feel what they want, feel the room, feel if you need to exit the room. You can speed it up if you want to. Keep going. I'm not going to come and touch you in this lineage. We just stay on our mat and we practice. You have your own journey, going inside, releasing whatever it is that you need to release today. There could be some emotions coming up, and that's a really beautiful thing when anger or sadness or fear or joy just bubbles up. It's just coming out of the body, still stuck in the body. Last few breaths deep. And let's inhale, chin to the sky, deep breath in. Pull the sexual kundalini energy up, squeeze the pelvic floor, belly, and then exhale, chin comes to chest, all the air goes out. You squeeze in and up with the air out. Then inhale and come into that child's pose, knees go wide and just rest. Palms are together in a prayer pose to join your brain together. Really good pose for pretty much most of us these days, to bow the head, get out of the robotic judgment and separateness and fear of the head and come into that heart of wisdom of your heart, thousands of times more powerful than your head. Let's come up. And is it easier for you to sit in rock pose like that or cross-legged? Is that easier?
I can probably do that, yeah.
Let's do a few poses with this. Really good. We're going to do a breath of fire. Bring your breath of fire is twice a second pumping the belly. Have you ever done that one before?
No.
Well, this is good to learn it because this is like a fundamental breath, probably one of the most popular breaths in yoga, and it makes us young. It clears the blood. It's a detoxer.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got to clean the blood because we're mainly water, we're mainly blood, and it's all the nutrients carried through. So one way is like having heaps of pepper. Pepper cleans the blood. Another way is sauna and hot cold plunge. Another way is breath work. So these are like the main ways. So you pump your belly twice a second, and this oxygenates the blood, which makes your skin look better, and it just gives you energy, and it anti-ages us and keeps us, it's like, woo, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I do it every day, and you can like, if you're in the plane's not, it's like best if you've got fresh air, but if not, you can do it driving, you can, because you just be, I just always open the sunroof when I get the air, and I'm always just like do the peppermint oil, because it's like the more prana we have, the more vitality we have, and the more energy you have. So that's one of the secrets of being youthful. So you just twice a second, the belly goes in and out twice a second, equally in, equally out. It goes in as the air will leave your nose, just like you're pushing a balloon and the air will go out of the balloon. So bring your right hand over your belly and let's start to practice that.
So I'm breathing out as I go in.
Yeah. Really good. You got it. Bring your fingers to the pads, the thumbs come to the sky, like that. Shoulders relaxed, breath of fire. Bring the eyes to the third eye. Feel like a warrior, feel so strong. Feel those thumbs plugged into the universe. Those thumbs have a frequency and they're like plugging into the universe, and you're like a radio antenna. You're holding yourself in this position. You're breathing and chant a mantra now. Sat Nam in your brain silently. Sat Nam as you breathe. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. When you chant the mantra, it brings you into a neutral state. It gets you out of the brain fog and the moaning and the negativity or the planning your life. It just gets you into this neutral state. The neutral state is where you manifest. When you're a clear vessel, when you're just in the moment and your heart's open and you have the vision of your life, of what your heart wants, that's when things can come to you and miracles happen. So just pump your breath with sa nam, like you're beaming it, like your radio frequency, you're vibrating it, and your brain and your cells vibrate with that. It will clear you out. The situation will be resolved. Last few breaths. Inhale, raise the arms up, interlace the thumbs, squeeze the arms up. Deep breath in, squeeze up, look up, reach up. Exhale, sweep the aura, feel the energy move, feel the heat being generated. Inhale. Exhale. Still fists of anger. This is another one that it's really good to know, like one of the main things that's actually blocking us, that's actually blocking us, sabotaging us, is inner anger. And we may not be aware of this. We may be in our life and we get that frustration, we get that stress, we get that overwhelm or like a block, like, can't work it out. And then you're like, I'm going to give up. And this is actually from childhood, inner anger, and we don't know it's there. And it's stuck in the body. And it's a very tragedy if we just have the anger our whole life, because it's turned to white rage and it eats the cells up, causes disease. So it's like good to know it so we can just clean it out every day and not make a story of like, am I angry? What am I angry about? It doesn't matter. It's just everyone has anger from our life and childhood. And it's just doing us no good, and it drains us as well. So this is an exercise that you can do every day. If you're feeling angry in your life, you can do it even twice a day or 3 times a day, and just max 3 minutes. Don't do it longer than 3 minutes. It's too much for the nervous system. So bring your hand in a fist, and we're going to go like that over all the energy centers. Right around. And we'll go do the breath of fire through the mouth, an O-shaped mouth now. Get angry, feel the anger, feel the rage, feel the fire. Try and say it in an angry voice. Get angry, go. But really, it's your time to purge that emotion out. Now, go. Feel whoever ripped you off, whoever did anything to you, you've got to forgive them. Forgiveness is crucial. So just purge the anger. Feel the rage. Look straight through the third eye, relax, but feel the rage and anger. And get the emotions out of your body. Let your body relax. Let it. The heart can't open if you're not relaxed. Isn't that a realization? If you're not relaxed, how can you even be a human being? You can't, because your heart can't open. So you're going to be in the head, stuck like a robot, judging, feel separate, feel fearful. So purge the emotions out. You've got to be able to feel the emotion and just let them out with no shame, no guilt. Less than a minute. Release the arms up, clasp them together. Inhale. Deep, squeeze up, reach up, stretch up, look up, pull up, lift up. Hand far out. 2 more. Inhale. Squeeze up, lift up, pull up, stretch up. Biggest purge of your life. One more. Reach to the sky. Deepest breath ever. Squeeze in and up. Pull up. Look up. Tip of the tongue. Roof of mouth. Hands are in the lap. Inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds. Hold for 15 seconds with the breath out and pump your stomach. We'll do this for 2.5 minutes. In through the nose. So inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath out for 15 seconds and just pump that belly in and out, in and out, in and out. The breath held out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it out. Pump. Count 15 now yourself. I should be able to hear that breath. Have the eyes closed. It's my position, but I would be closing them and looking down at the tip of my nose. That's just going to slow your thoughts down and calm the mind. Breathe as deep as you can. Through the liver cleansing exercises now with that breath and with all of this. So this is going to be a real deep detox. And as you can feel with the legs like that, it's putting pressure on these organs, the kidneys and the liver, which are the filters of the blood. They filter actually, it's something like 200 litres of blood a day. It's like, imagine
hard-working organs.
It's so hardworking. It's like, why are we not thinking, you know, taking care of them and charging them and cleansing them? And because they're also obviously like how you stay young and youthful if you've got the clean blood and the filter to be able to. So just like Chinese medicine, this is from India, but it's all related. We, you know, are stimulating that organ through the legs, and then we are doing a breath. So we are, you know, if you like that, you stimulate, you squeeze and you release, then energy, blood can flow. So it's like an acupressure. if that's you see what we're doing. And also the next level though is energy medicine. So you know how we know now about energy medicine, how you talk to the water and the water changes. You can say, you know, Rama, Rama, or I love you. And then the scientists will see the water particles go to perfect symmetry, like love is perfect symmetry, or fear is all jagged and old. That's exactly what we're doing. So we are mainly water. That's why it's so important what you're playing in your ears, what you're listening to. So we always say the most important thing in yoga is the mantra. Actually, it's not the pose. We're always about the pose because we want to like lose weight in the West. The most important thing is sound vibration. That's how you change your life. That's how you change how you look. That's how you change the silk of your skin, your thoughts. Is like, so the next level to go to is when you're doing the pose, always chanting Sat Nam. Most of us are like, when's this going to be over? Oh, that thingy didn't call me back. Like we're in the negativity. We wonder why we have like a frowning face or a bloated belly or a hurting head. And this is, we've got to get real with the frequency that we are being every day. Who are we? We are actually complaining a lot. No wonder I've got sore shoulders, you know. So we don't want to talk about it and try and work out, why am I doing that? And you know, my parents were a bit mean, or like, it's good to talk a little bit, but we just do the pose, we chant the mantra, you go into a neutral space, all your problems are actually gone, and then healing can happen, and you're raising your energy and you're opening your heart. You're not talking about any bad events that went on, because that's just going to bring that memory back into the circulatory system. So this is like very exciting because anyone can do it. It's just like, just press play on a class. You've got access to Sensual TV, press play on a class, send you this recording, or just you can take photos of this book as well and just do it. And that's seriously like the medicine of the future. It's a lot of doctors are merging this, who are even allopathic. You know, I've worked with one in Sri Lanka at his gorgeous retreat center. He, you know, is Ayurveda, but a doctor as well of allopathy, and he's loving this technology because he can see this is the sounds technology of the future with medicine. So this is actually, just think of it like it's like taking a vitamin pill. This is the medicine, but we've just never been told that medicine is sound, medicine is breath, and a human being needs this every day. Otherwise, we're gonna be neurotic. We're just gonna be living in the past, but no one ever told us that.
Yeah.
And then we just, you know, feel ashamed if, you know, we get a headache, or like we feel bad if, I'm feeling a bit sick, and then, why? That we're not taking care of ourselves properly.
Yeah.
So so we just say, like, happiness isn't like some people are born with it, some people aren't. It's actually an antidote. It's actually like, you've got to have your glandular system secreting, you've got to balance the hormones, you've got to be breathing, you've got to be moving the body. You have to be like jumping in the cold water or whatever. You don't have to do the cold water thing, but you've got to do a few things, and then this chemicals are secreted, and you pretty much do feel quite good.
Yeah.
So it's a good like relief to know that, because you know if you're not doing it, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just the human condition of high maintenance to not break down the system.
Yeah.
And this is why, like, this is in our conditioning to, you know, cover the head or chant a mantra. It's like a bit of a like we're conditioned to even, you know, not to be, it's like, it's not the mainstream, because you're powerful if you practice this. So that just helps, because we judge it a bit. Like I judged it when I first saw it. I'm like, this is a bit weird. But it's like, that's why this is not mainstream, because imagine the power of people if everyone was practicing it. Like, I don't think it could be as corrupt, you know. So what we've just done is we've been doing a lot of breath work, and we've been pulling this frequency. The fastest route is through the middle of the spine, and all of the acupressure and the massage and all the yogas are all trying to raise the energy up. The fastest way is through the Sushumna Nadi, the central channel through the spine. And so when you're pulling, if it's a new thing, it's like that's what's happening. Did you feel like some heat kind of moving upwards or some like warmth building? And that's what we want, especially for you as well, because we are more cold people, and the heat is very positive. It burns through any diseases or but it's like anyone to do anything in life, you've got to have the firepower.
Yeah.
Because that'll give you the determination to go up the mountain, or I'm going to write the blog and get on the video and say some words, you know, like if you don't have that third chakra opened up, no one will listen to you. It's like you can't even feel the person. It's like, hello, it's blocked. But some people, it's too open, you know, like, I don't know what an example is, like Donald Trump, maybe it's too open. Like he's like a bulldozer, like it's got him to where he is. Maybe it's not too open, I'm not too sure, but that's like an example of someone that's like kind of pushing you, like just dominating people.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too open, but other people it's too closed. They don't know the boundaries. It's just like they're just flowing away in the wind, you know. So it's like fun. It's just optimizing the system into clear opened energy centers. And the next step is like knowing where you're communicating from, and then knowing which one to talk from to certain people. It's like it's a full tantric beautiful journey of, you can never even know this enough. It's like so much to learn, and it's like humanology. It's knowing the human being. It's learning about everything, and then energy anatomy, and you know, and the more you practice, the more you'll just want to know, like want to do, because it just gets real juicy. You can practice, and then you can just have like amazing interactions with people and feel so expressive. It really allows you to just share yourself, open up, crack yourself open, not be hiding away. And that's just what happens. Like life gets on you, and you know, you go through some fear, and then you shut down maybe, but you don't want to be in that. That's a waste. You've got to just get it off, open back up. Or maybe you do need to, like most of us do, need to clean the heart, like a lot of grief stuck in there, a lot of heaven, but it's like cleaning it out. Not you know, grief takes its time to be with. No one can speed it up, or everyone's different time. But it's also like we have to keep practicing to clean the grief away, because it gets lodged, and then you're just stuck with it, and you're just kind of can be wasting time using life with the past stuck. So it's like just that, you know, like mature understanding of you be with your grief yourself. It's a process. You can't run away. But then let's just train every day as well, just to make sure that we're cleaning the moving the energy through this, so that it can open up when it's right time, and we can still be optimizing the system. And does that help to kind of see what we're doing here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really great.
Yeah, that's good.
Really amazing. Let's come laying on.
I'm just going to go to the loo.
Go
Sorry, all that
Absolutely.
water and tea I had is now, it's now flushing through my system.
I have the same issue. I'm always like,
now I'm going.
yeah, go for it. time. So like that, I'm always going to the bathroom just before I teach because I drink a lot of water as well. And then I'm always like, oh my God, please, hopefully I'm okay. So
yeah, I get that, don't worry.
we're gonna land. I haven't even had children yet. I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like, so we're gonna lay on our back and raise the legs to 60 degrees. Hold for 15 seconds, then bring them into the chest for 15 seconds. Raise them back out for 15, then lower. And we're gonna just do that 4 times.
Okay.
So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your hands under your buttocks if that helps support the lower back. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Knees to chest, hug them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Back out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got the breath held in. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lower the legs to the floor on the exhale. 15 seconds. Just relax. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Back up. 1, 2, inhale. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Inhale. Legs out. Exhale, lower them to the floor. Relax. Inhale. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale. Push that lower back into the floor. Exhale. One more cycle. Breathe deep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Just rest now. Surrender to the earth. Let the energy flow. Let the heart open. to do that. Palms are facing the sky. Let the energy flow through your body. Or just lay on your back.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
okay, it's okay. Laying on your back, palms face the sky. Relax the whole body. Just for a couple of minutes. Akal means deathless. Akal means limitless. That's what we are. And we chant this when someone leaves their body, when they take their final breath, when they're leaving this earth, when a baby is being born as well. Connecting us to the soul that's coming and the soul that's going. Sorry about that. Just connecting to Akal. Akal is deathless, Akal is limitless. It's the truth of who we are. We will never end. We're energy. And we've been incarnated into this perfect family, this perfect body to learn lessons, to really have the full experience of being a human being, of fear, of love, of adventure, of risk, of connection, of heartbreak. You're here to experience all of it, of creating, of generating, destroying. That's what God is. It's a generating and organizing and destroying force. It's life, it's truth. It's a baby, it's a creation, it's a business. That is God, and that is what you are, and you're here to fully experience all the emotions, all of the life of tasting food, of having different relationships, and fully living and sharing those experiences with others, sharing your unique frequency with the world, having that open heart to share with others who you are, who you really are, because no one can share what you've got to say. No one can share who you are. That's what we're waiting for. Everyone's waiting to feel who people are and be real. Taking another breath. Okay, we're just going to lay on our back. You're going to just come up to 60 degrees. Hold for 15 seconds and exhale and hold the breath out for 15 seconds. So put the legs down and we're just going to raise the body up to 60 degrees. So out for 15 seconds. Inhale. Hold the breath for 15 seconds. Roll the eyes to the third eye, the point between your eyebrows. Hold the breath in. Hold that pose. Really good. Then now lower the eyes as you lower. And just lower to the floor, yep. And just go down, hold the breath out for 15 seconds as you lower the eyes down. Inhale. Look at third eye. Eyes are closed. Exhale. Roll the eyes back down. Inhale. Coming up, just got a few more things to do. So not much. We're going to come into rock pose, which is this pose. Rock pose, and one foot back, whatever foot you want, whatever's easiest for your body. One foot just comes back, and we're going to arch the spine, the neck, looking up. Hands are in a prayer pose. We're just going to hold it for 2.5 minutes, so just like that. Close the eyes. It's a real unusual pose. Just get as comfy as you can. Hands are in prayer, connecting your brain together. Eyes are closed. Arching the neck back, looking up. Just relaxing the face. Breathing deeply through the nose. Now the energy is coming all the way from the base, all the way up into the heart, and hopefully through that neck it's trickling up into the higher centers, so that we live both from the lower centers, the lower chakras. We traverse through the heart, which is the middle of them all. And then we also live from the upper, so that when you're living from the upper, you're giving. When you're living from the lower, you're taking. You're the sustainer. Breathing deep. You're the destroyer of all. You're my lover. You're my partner. feet apart and raise them 2 feet from the floor. Arms are 3 feet apart and also raise. We're just going to hold until we shake. So inhale up. Just breathing deep. Hold as long as you can until you're shaking, body's recalibrating. Relax the face, breathe. Lotus pose or cross-legged on the back. So whatever you can do, that lotus, bringing the legs over the thighs, or just cross the legs, whatever you can do, and just lay on the back. Relax. Purify your blood, but also purify your thoughts. You'll notice the more you purify, it's not that you don't have like negative thoughts or fear. You have the ability to fully feel and also maneuver out of any negativity or destructiveness or false reality. You have the kind of jujitsu or ninja strength to know, well, I'm in a non-reality, I'm in a frequency, I'm having thoughts that don't really serve me. I'm going to take a deep breath, I'm going to have a cold shower, I'm going to chant this mantra, I'm going to do a cat cow. Oh wow, now I feel like creating a blog article. Oh, my whole reality just changed. So that's the power that you have, that I have. So then we can take it a step further. We can actually even just create how we really want to feel and how we want to experience this life, and what kind of experience of life that we want to have. We don't have to, you can change timelines really fast. You can be in an old fear timeline, and then you'll do a session, and then you'll be like, wow, I feel like just going to the cafe and working on my new business. Wow, I've got this great idea. Maybe a few hours ago, you were totally self-doubting and you were stuck in childhood programming. So everyone has this ability. We've just never been shown the power of choice that we actually have in this life. We didn't know we're not a victim. Squeeze your knees into your chest and open that lower back. Take a little roll on your back. We're going to come up across the legs. Roll our hands together. Keep them hot. Just press them over the face and inhale. Breathe. Push your hands together. Sit up straight, tuck your chin in, see how you feel. Let's ask Guru Ram Das.
Guru Ram Das.
Let's ask for his guidance, for his support, for his prayers, for his love. He was like a 14th century, or I can't exactly know what century it was. He was the one of the Sikh gurus in northern India, and he had the ability to just, like, people would slander him, they would treat him, bad, and he'd just still not react and send love. And this is such a strong person, and he became the 10th Sikh guru, and the master of this lineage, who came from India in 1969, Yogi Bhajan, he's just like you or me, had a government job, he had a PhD in communication, he had a good wage, he had a family, but he had this calling to go on pilgrimage to the West, and I've had that calling as well, and I luckily went, and it obviously carved my whole life into following my Dharma, following what I'm here to do. And so we all have these little voices, this little calling saying what to do, and he had it, and he had to listen. So he went to America in 1969 when Woodstock was on, when they're trying to get high off of drugs and alcohol and get out of their suffering and find God in that. But a lot of them were dying because a lot of LSD and drugs and just big, sex, and they didn't know who they are. How do I connect to source? How do I get high without? So he showed them this technology, and they were like, whoa, this is like drugs. You get high, you don't have to destruct yourself. And this is why he was directed to give up me this technology. And I was trained by his direct descendants in India. And that's why you're here. You're here to get this transmission, and I'm here to give you this transmission. And this is priceless, and everyone has the chance to practice. And we have these teachings which are thousands of years old, and you'd sit at the feet of the guru and go through trials and tribulations. You'd do crazy things like sitting in a tree for days, and you'd go for tests just to get a teaching. That's what used to happen. But now they're available through the printing press and the internet. So we are so lucky, and as we just felt, it allows us to connect to something deeper than getting likes on Instagram or getting the 6 figures, which obviously I'm not pushing aside. I'm saying there's a devotion you can feel, there's love you can feel for creating things, or for life, or for connecting to a lineage that's no one else can give you, nothing else can give you. And this is the journey that we're on. So let's bless ourselves. Let's call in that support of Guru Ram Das, of all the teachers who have gone before us, this lineage, your family lineage, my family lineage, anything and everyone, and all of the actual First Nations who are on the Darawal land, that were on their homeland where they traverse this valley here for perhaps 40,000 years, thousands of years, along the Woronora Valley. And the Woronora Valley means the Dreamtime Valley. And this technology takes us back to that dream time, before the conditioning, before all the things and trials and tribulations we've been through, when we were that pure little child that knew the right and wrong, knew what it wanted to do, knew when it wanted to draw, or what it, the happiness that it could get from dancing or climbing a tree. That's who we are, and we're just letting the untruth melt away. And isn't it such a wild life that this has been started on the Woronora Valley, which the First Nations called, because it means dream time, the energy of this valley. Now let's take a deep breath in and receive all of that, these gifts, all of these gifts. And exhale, and know that we're here for really important things at this extremely intense time on the planet as women, with this education and technology, to step up into our leadership and into our heart and share the frequency that we're here to share, to help everyone that needs help. We're going to finish with a long time sun.
May a long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love surround you, and pure within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
Receive the blessings.
May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love surround you, and the pure light within you. Guide your way on.
Let your light guide your way on.
Guide
exhale. Put your prayer out, put your intention out for our time together. Even out of your heart, out of your third eye. Pop it into the space. Declare it is done. Just like that. So now you want to just rest and you want to just drink water or have some food.
That was great.
I know when I finish the class, I just feel so much energy and I just went a little bit through by the time. How do you feel now?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.